Shalom, you're watching Arutz Sheva TV. I'm Yoni Kopinski, and this is our daily edition. Three IDF soldiers were killed today in operational activity in southern Gaza Strip. The Maglan IDF elite unit operated in Gaza in order to uncover offensive tunnels, and indeed uncovered a tunnel opening inside a house in the southern Gaza Strip. Two explosive devices were detonated against the soldiers, one from within the tunnel and a second one that was concealed within the house. The explosion caused the residence to collapse. The three soldiers are Staff Sergeant Guy Al-Granati from Tel Aviv, Staff Sergeant Omer Hai from Savyon, and Staff Sergeant Matan Gottlieb from Rishon LeZion. May their memory be of a blessing. Yesterday, an IDF joint operation found another terror tunnel, this time on the floor of a mosque.
אנחנו מסתכלים על מסגד, בקושי רואים את הקריירה, ובו הייתה לחימה לפני כ4 שעות. בתוך המסגד מצאו שני פתחי פירים, אחד חשוד כהגנתי ואחד חשוד כהתקפי. אנחנו נכנסים עכשיו לקומה התחתונה במסגד. זה פתח הפיר הראשי, ההתקפי, שכנראה המסילה שלו מובילה לשטח מדינה. כאן יש פתח פיר שמכוסה על ידי זבל.
לפני כ4 שעות בלחימה שהייתה כאן, מחבלים ברחו דרך הפיר ההגנתי הזה, כנראה שפתח היציאה שלו בהמשך השכונה.
The extent of the tunnel is revealed by aerial footage of its demolition.
בעוד מספר קטנות התבצע פיצוץ של מנהרת תקיפה שנחתרה מתוך מסגד במשך 3 חודשים על ידי החמאס, וזאת בכוונה לפגוע בחיילים ובאזרחים חפים מפשע. במהלך מבצע זה נהרגו 3 מטובי בנינו בקרבות עזים עם מחבלים. פיצוץ זהו לזכרם, והמסר לחמאס הוא חד וברור. 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here's a glimpse into the counter-terror activity. Here's first-person footage from the field of IDF Special Forces storming a terrorist building in Sajaiya. They seize a stockpile of weapons and uncover a tunnel opening.
כמו שאתם רואים פה, יש פה מסדרון של בית. יש פה תמונה של הקוראן, אני חושב, וליד זה כיתוב בערבית של חוטי חשמל שהולכים על הקיר לאורך כל הבית דרך המשקופים.
מצאנו 4 נשקי צלפים ועוד איזה רימון. אנחנו פה רגע ממשיכים לצעוק.
And here's yet another activity against the tunnels that's still one of the main objectives of this operation. The troops are continuing to eliminate the Hamas's tunnels from Gaza leading into Israel, used of course to murder or kidnap Israelis.
פיר מבצעי שנועד להכניס מחבלים לדרום הארץ. אפשר להיכנס פה כמות גדולה מאוד של מחבלים. להכניס פה הרבה מאוד אספקה. נמצא בחצר של בית, בתוך פחון.
Knesset member Zev Elkin from the Likud slammed the whole idea of ceasefires that we're seeing every day throughout the operation, saying that these ceasefires cause damage to Israel. All this walking towards these humanitarian ceasefires or not is a big mistake, Elkin said. Last weekend we were already in a state that Hamas was on the verge of breaking. We saw large groups of Hamas members who turned themselves in, and it happened because we attacked them without stopping. The rule against terrorism is that you do not pursue terrorism, terrorists will pursue you, Elkin added. Therefore, this method of humanitarian ceasefire breaks, even if they come under international pressure, is problematic. Hamas exploits these ceasefires to organize itself and to continue its attacks. According to Elkin, investigations into the handling of incidents in Gaza must wait until after the operation ends. Deputy Foreign Minister, Knesset member Tzachi Hanegbi referred to the tunnel terror attacks and said that this is not a new threat in terms of the Israeli leadership. The tunnel threat was well known, even publicly. The proof is the Gilad Shalit abduction. Since then, there were hundreds of Israeli actions against the tunnels. Intelligence was abundant, the leaders knew, and the result acted. We will soon witness a significant period, years and years of quiet in the south. A protest was held last night near the Kiryat, the main government offices and army base in central Israel in Tel Aviv. Members of the Chosen Leumi, or National Steadfastness Organization, protested against the policy, which they claim is restricting and limiting the army's activities in the Gaza Strip. The activists called on the Prime Minister and the cabinet not to take the advice of President Obama and UN Secretary General to reach a ceasefire, rather to bring an end the Gaza-based terror. Prime Minister, you have to destroy the Hamas, activists called. We hope that our warriors did not fall in vain. If you stop the fighting now, how will you be able to look the families in their eyes? This is opportunity to destroy Hamas, explained one of the organizers. The participants of the protest put on handcuffs and called for the full liberation of Israel from all those who try to decide for the Jewish homeland. Hadassah Women National President Marcy Natan is in Israel with a group including other leaders and associates. They're here for a brief but intense tour of specific areas in Israel affected by Operation Protective Edge. At the end of the day, Natan met President Rivlin, and the two related to the situation as well as to the relationship between Israel and the United States.
We will continue to discuss and to coordinate positions now and in the future. I wish to thank President Obama, the entire American administration and Congress and Senate for their support. I want to thank Secretary Kerry for the efforts to prevent further bloodshed in the region.
We understand as well how important it is for our country to stand behind the State of Israel in good times and in bad times, and to be very vocal so there can be no misunderstanding. Just want you to know that we're here for you, that we will continue to come however difficult the situation is here as part of who we are and the commitment that we have not just to the hospital but to all Israel and all its citizens.
Yesterday we met World Bnei Akiva activists who decided to come to the Ben Gurion airport to meet the representatives of British Airways. British Airways is the airline who continued to fly to Israel despite all the other cancellations by other companies throughout the world.
As is World Bnei Akiva, we thought it was important with regards to the whole situation which is happening in Israel to spread happiness, to spread the positivity which is coming out. And we've come representatives of World Bnei Akiva to thank British Airways for deciding to have their flights in and out of Israel, while the FAA and the various other bodies decided to stop flying into Ben Gurion Airport.
I feel it's amazing that we get a chance to come and give something. I mean, it's hard. We're sitting in Yerushalayim, but we feel like we're not really contributing, and it's nice to come and say thank you to these people that have been flying and being so brave while other countries haven't necessarily. So we've come here, World Bnei Akiva, where we will be giving every single crew member an individually wrapped rose, coming from the love of our chanichim and from our alumni throughout the world, showing our appreciation for them coming and supporting Israel during this difficult time.
And what are the children doing this summer? With the preparation already in its third week, the children of southern Israel have been spending the majority of their summer vacations indoors and running for bomb shelters. To help with this problem, the Fellowship Village in Jerusalem was set up for the children of southern Israel. For 2 weeks, 800 children per day will have the opportunity to spend the day in fun and education environment. The village includes 4 stations where they experience a bit of London, Greece, the US, and ancient Egypt. The Fellowship Village's opening day was attended by Rabbi Yechiel Eckstein and the Prime Minister's wife, Sarah Netanyahu.
We're going to do this over a period of 2 weeks. Hopefully the war will be over by then. If not, we'll continue to expand it. But to give the kids a chance to get out of lines fire and to be freed up from the terrible panic and anxiety that so many of them are going through.
Okay, that's all for today's Daily Edition. We'll be back tomorrow with more. Until then, from all of us here at Arutz Sheva Israel National News, Shalom, and let's all hope and pray for good news.